Hello, everyone. How are you doing? We're just going to wait a few minutes just for some more people to arrive and just while everything is uploading. So thank you for joining this live today. My name is Lizzie. It's nice to meet you all. So can you let me know, is everything working okay? Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Let me know in the comments and that would be very helpful. Thank you. Just give me a thumbs up if everything is okay, or just tell me if everything is okay. Yes, I can see some yeses, so that's great. Great, thank you guys. So, nice to see you all today. It's Sunday. I hope you all had a nice weekend. I've had a lovely weekend. I hope yours was nice too. Please, can you let me know? Some of you already are, but everyone else, can you let me know in the comments where you are from? I'd love to see where you're all from. I can see Jade from the Philippines. Nice to meet you. Hello, Matab. Hello, guys. Where else are you from? Oh, you're watching from Japan. Very nice. Very cool. From Sri Lanka. Okay, we got people from everywhere, from Brazil, India, Poland, Turkey, Syria, Bangladesh, Bulgaria. Okay, everywhere. Dublin. Okay, nice. I hope everybody had a lovely weekend. I hope it wasn't too busy. I hope you got some rest. Let's see who else we've got. Albert from Colombia. Nice to meet you, Albert. A lot of people from Sri Lanka, which is cool. I've never been to Sri Lanka. Okay, guys, just another minute, just while everybody joins this live. This is my first live, which is exciting. I'm excited to be here and meet you all. And today we are going to be talking about distributives, as you could probably see from the description in the video. If you have studied this before, that's great. You just become more of an expert on distributives today. If this is something new for you, then that's great too. I hope I can help you with this today. And I hope this lesson is really helpful for you guys. And also, don't worry if you cannot watch all of this video today, if you can't watch all of this live today, or if you missed some of this live today, don't worry about it, because this will be uploaded to the Cambly playlist on YouTube, the live videos playlist, after this lesson. So you'll be able to watch it whenever, which is great. So even if you want to watch it again, if you missed something, if you found something particularly difficult and you want to watch it again, then you can do that. So, lucky you. Okay, so my name is Lizzie, as I've already said, anyone joining now, and we're going to talk about distributives today. So let's get started. So first, what are distributives? Well, distributives are words used to refer to a group of people or things and to the individual members, things in a group. Okay? There's some more. Hold on. They show different ways of describing the individuals within a group and how things are divided or shared within a group. And distributives are placed immediately before the noun they are distributing, talking about, related to. Okay, so for example, all students, each student, every student, neither student, either student, both students. So we place the distributive before the noun, directly before the noun. And yeah, these are our examples of distributives that we are going to talk about in this lesson today. So we're going to talk about all, we're going to talk about each and every, and we're going to talk about neither, either, and both. So I wonder if you're familiar with these already. If not, I'm going to talk about them a little bit more today. I'm going to tell you when you can use these. I'm going to give you examples of sentences when you can use these distributives, and also how you can use these correctly, because there are some grammar rules that you need to apply when you're using these distributives. Okay, so I hope everything is clear so far, and we are going to move on to our first distributive today, which is all. So, all means the total number of things, okay? We use all to talk about the total number of things. Nothing is left out, okay? We use all to talk about the entire amount of something. And what's interesting about all is it can be used with countable and uncountable nouns, okay? So if you're unfamiliar with countable and uncountable nouns, countable nouns are nouns which you can count, and uncountable nouns are nouns which cannot be counted. Let me explain a little bit more. So examples of some countable nouns are apples. We can say 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. We can use apples with are. Apples are nice, okay? So it's a countable noun. If we take an uncountable noun, for example, let's stick with the food theme. For example, bread. Bread is an uncountable noun, okay? So uncountable noun, bread, it cannot be counted. So we cannot say 1 bread, 2 breads, 3 breads, okay? It's not possible to say this. Also, we cannot say breads are or bread are, okay? We always use the singular form is with bread because it's uncountable. Okay, so yeah, if you can think of some more examples of countable and uncountable nouns, go ahead and write it in the comments. But we are moving on because we're talking about all, but it's important to note that all is, you can use all with countable and uncountable nouns, okay? And yeah, it's the only distributive today, the only one which we can use with uncountable nouns. The rest we can only use with countable nouns. So it's important to note that as well. Okay, so some examples of sentences with all. We could say, I stayed home all day because I was sick. Or we could say, all the students came to class today. Okay, we're saying that the entire class came, all of the students, without leaving any of them out, okay? The entire amount of students. None of the students were absent. All of them came to class. And I stayed home all day. Well, I stayed home the whole day, the entire day. I didn't leave. I was at home all day, the entire day, okay? We often use all to talk about we also use all to make generalizations. So guys, sorry, I just want to say, don't worry, you can watch this class again. I noticed some of you are missing some of it, but don't worry, you can watch this class again. Afterwards, it will be uploaded, okay? So I'm going to keep going, but you can watch this class like tomorrow or today or the next day, whenever, okay? So don't worry if you've missed anything so far. Right, so we can use all to make generalizations about something. For example, all cows eat grass, or all teachers are strict. Okay, so not necessarily true. Not all teachers are strict. And I mean, I think all cows eat grass, but you never know. There could be a cow out there somewhere which doesn't eat grass. But we can use all to make generalizations about something. Also, all can be used by itself to refer to the group, so the noun, the thing, or the person it's talking about as a concept, okay, rather than as an individual. So, for example, this sentence at the top here, all cheese contains protein. We're talking about cheese as a concept, okay? It's not specific, just all cheese. However, if we add the or of the before the noun and after all, so in between all and between the noun, then it changes the meaning slightly, okay? So instead of referring to the group as a concept, we're referring to more of a concrete physical group. It's more specific. So for example, I ate all of the cheese. We know which cheese we're talking about, okay? It's more specific. It's less of a concept. It's more of a concrete physical group. Let's look, disappearing and appearing. Let's look at another example of this, okay? The first sentence here. All students must do their homework. We're referring to the students as more of a concept, okay? We don't have the or of the before and after all. Whereas the second one, all of the students did their homework. This is more specific, okay? We know the students that we're talking about. It becomes more of a concrete physical group. And you can also say all the and all of the. Both of these are okay. Okay, how's everyone doing? I hope everything is clear so far to you guys, because we are going to move on to our next distributives, okay? And don't worry, I'm going to review this a little bit at the end before I test you guys with some questions. So yeah, don't worry if you need a little reminder before we do a quiz. Okay, so let's move on to talk about the next two. We're going to go with each and every, okay? So, as I mentioned before, each and every can only be used with countable nouns. Okay, so only all is possible to use with uncountable nouns. So with each and every, only countable nouns. So you cannot say each bread, every bread, okay? Doesn't work, because bread is an uncountable noun. So important to note that again. Okay, so we use each and every to talk about nouns that are part of a group, okay? And only countable nouns. So each and every are very similar in meaning and in use. Okay, they're very, very similar. But there are some small differences. If we look at these sentences, these phrases, each house, every house. Each day, every day. Each animal, every animal. Okay, the meaning is very similar. We're able to use them correctly in all of these examples. So I am going to tell you some differences between each and every, because there are some, and it's important to note these so that you get this right. So, a slight difference in meaning, first of all. With each, the emphasis is on the individual members or things within a group, okay? each individual member is where we place the emphasis. Okay. Let's look at an example using each. Artist sees things differently. Each artist sees things differently. So here we are placing the emphasis on the individual artist. Each individual artist sees things differently. However, with every, the emphasis is placed a little bit more on the group, okay? The group of people, the group of things collectively. If we look at a similar example, talking about artists, every artist is talented. Every artist is talented. So here, the emphasis is more on the group, okay? Just artists, generally, every artist. Notice that every and all are a little bit similar, okay? We can also use every to make generalizations. This is a generalization. Every artist is talented. Might not necessarily be true. Not everyone might agree with that, okay? But it's a generalization that we're making. So every can be used in the same way as all here. And I'm going to talk about some differences between every and all in a moment, okay? But let's keep talking about each versus every. So differences in how we use each and every. Remember, both of these can only be used with countable nouns. But also, each can be used with plural and singular nouns. Okay, so we can say each house. Can we say each houses? Sounds weird, right? If we want to use each with plural nouns, then we need to use this form. Each of the. So each of the houses, each of the students. Note that it is not possible to use every with this form, okay? We cannot use every like this. We cannot say every of the houses, okay? So only each. It's only possible to use each with plural nouns in this form. Okay. Let's look at another difference between each and every. Can you guys see? I noticed there's a little problem with these, with the lighting in these flashcards, but we're gonna try here. Okay. Let me try this. Hold on a second. I want to make this better for you guys. If I turn this off, maybe my lighting is not as good. No, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, don't worry. I'll try my best, guys. Apologies. I'll speak slowly, okay, so you can hear me if you can't see these quite so well. Okay, so we use each when we are talking about only two objects, okay? Only two objects. We cannot use every when we are talking about just two objects. If we're using every, we're talking about three or more objects. Let's think of an example here. She wore bracelets on every wrist. This is incorrect, okay? We cannot use every to talk about two things or objects, okay? Because you only have two wrists, right? Unless you're like a superhuman, I don't know, but yeah. As far as I know, you only have two wrists. So we have to use each. She wore bracelets on each wrist. Every wrist sounds very strange when you're talking about only two things, okay? So very common if you're talking about body parts, two hands, 2 feet, 2 wrists, okay? So you're going to use each when you're talking about these things, never every. Okay, Next, difference, slight difference between each and every. Okay. Each and every can both be used with time expressions, but every is more commonly used. Okay, let's think about what's a time expression. Anybody know? A time expression. If anybody knows what I'm talking about here, can you leave a comment telling us what a time expression could be using each or every? I'll give you guys a few minutes. See if anybody knows what I'm talking about. What could be a time expression? Well done, guys. Every day, every time. Very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, so every day, each day, every minute, each minute, every hour, each hour, every month, every year. Okay, so we can use each and every with these expressions. However, every is more commonly used. Okay, so often every day, you're more likely to hear every day. It's more common to use this than each day. Yeah? Okay. Oh, I have some examples here for you. So every day, every week, every Saturday. You're more likely to hear every with these expressions. Okay, and finally, I want to talk a little bit about the phrase each and every. So sometimes you might hear this phrase, each and every, where we put these two together. Let's look at an example. I study English each and every day. Okay, so we're using the phrase each and every in one sentence. So this is used for emphasis, okay? So we are placing emphasis on the group, but we're also at the same time placing emphasis on each individual member or thing or noun that we're talking about in the group. Okay, so it's used for emphasis. Another one. I'd like to thank each and every one of you. For example, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching this live lesson today. And I would. Okay. Quickly, I just want to mention something about all versus every. Okay, so all and every are quite similar. We can use them to make generalizations. However, if we want to talk about the differences between them, first difference is all can be used with countable and uncountable nouns, but every can only be used with countable nouns. Okay. Also, all can be used with plural and singular nouns. However, with every, most commonly used with singular nouns. Okay. So those are some differences for you. Okay, guys, we're on to our final distributives, okay? Which are these ones. We have neither, or this can also be pronounced neither. So neither or neither, either or either, and both. It doesn't matter how you pronounce them. Either, either, neither, neither. It's all correct, okay? You can just choose whichever one you like. But I'm gonna stick with either and neither because that's more natural for me, right? Okay. So again, these three can only refer to countable nouns, okay? Not uncountable. And often we will use these three to talk about preference. So when we're giving our preferences. So let's talk about the difference between these. Let's go with, I want to go with either first, okay? We'll go with either first, just to be awkward. Okay. Either means one or the other. Okay, one or the other. Let's have a little look at an example sentence. We're going to do a question and an answer, okay? So, the question is, would you like chicken or beef for dinner? And the answer is either. I don't mind. Meaning, I'll have chicken or I'll have beef. Beef? I'll have beef. Okay? I'll have chicken or I'll have beef. One or the other. Okay. Let's move on to neither. Neither. Neither means not one and not the other. None. Okay? Not one and not the other. Not the first, not the second. Not chicken, not beef. Let's look at an example sentence again. We'll stick with the chicken or beef question. Would you like chicken or beef for dinner? If we're using neither, neither. I'm vegetarian or I'm a vegetarian. Vegetarian is somebody who doesn't eat meat, okay? So they don't want chicken and they don't want beef, okay? And finally, both means the first and the second. So chicken and beef. So would you like chicken or beef for dinner? I'll have both, please. Bit greedy, but that's fine. They want both. They want both chicken and beef. That's okay. Or maybe another example with both. Would you like milk or sugar in your tea? I'll have both, please. Meaning, I want sugar and I also want milk. Okay. We use neither and either with singular nouns, but we can use them with plural nouns if we add of the. Very similar to each of the, okay? So neither house, either house, neither of the houses, either of the houses. Okay, so if we want to use a plural noun with neither or either, we just need to add of the. Okay. On both, we use with plural nouns, okay? For both, we're using with plural nouns. Both houses, both of the houses. We cannot use both with singular nouns. It's not possible because we're talking about one and the other. Okay, so it's always going to be two things or no, two things. Always going to be two things. Okay, also just want to note that we say either or. Do either of you smoke or drink? And we say neither nor. Okay? Neither he nor his friends came back. If we're going to use both, we use both and, okay? Both, I like both chicken and beef, okay? So either or, neither nor, both and. Okay, guys, I hope everything has been clear. I hope that you've learned a lot so far because I'm going to quickly review everything in a couple of sentences and then I'm going to test you guys, okay? And guys, if you've just joined now and you're joining for the quiz, you can still try the quiz out. Don't worry. See how you do. But don't worry because this video will be uploaded after this lesson, okay? So you will get to watch it again. You'll also get to pause it, rewind it, fast forward it to the bits you want to see. So I hope that will be helpful for you. Okay, so these are our distributives. We've got all, which means the total number of things. We can use all with countable and uncountable nouns. We can use all to make generalizations. We're going to go down here. We've got each and every. Okay, so we can use each with singular and plural nouns. If we're using it with plural nouns, we use each of the. We use every mostly with singular nouns, okay? We cannot say every of the. We use each when we're talking about just 2 objects. We use every when we're talking about 3 or more objects. Each places the emphasis on the individual members of a group. Every places the emphasis on the group collectively. Anything else here? Every is more commonly used with time expressions. Every day, every year, every Saturday. But it is possible to use each as well. And we also have the phrase each and every, which adds emphasis, okay? Each and every day. I'd like to thank each and every one of you. And finally, neither, neither, either, either, and both. These can be used to give your preferences. Neither means not one and not the other, and we can say neither nor. Either means one or the other, and we say either or. And both means not one. No, that's wrong. Both means the first and the second. Okay, and we say both and. Okay, that was a very, very quick, summary for you guys. So if you just joined now, don't worry, you can watch this video again. You might be like, what's going on there? Too much information at once. So yeah, you can watch this video again. Right, are you ready for the quiz? How exciting. Let's start. Right. The first question for you guys is, if we want to make a generalization, which distributive can we use? If we want to make a generalization. I'm going to keep an eye out for your answers. Who's going to be first? Well done, guys. We can use all. We can also use every. Okay, we can use all and every. Both of these can be used to make generalizations. Okay. Next question. It's a yes or no question, so nice and easy, I hope. Can all be used with uncountable nouns? Can we use all with uncountable nouns such as bread, money, advice, sugar, rice? I can't think of any more right now. Okay, some of you are already in there with your answer. Mixed response here. Most of you are correct. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay. Now, we're moving on to each and every. Okay, these questions are about each and every. So for the next few questions, I just want you to answer each or every. So I have some sentences and you have to decide whether you can use each, every, or if it's possible to use both, okay? Because remember, sometimes we can use each and every interchangeably, okay? So in this sentence, is it each of the contestants? Is it every of the contestants? Is it possible to use both of these? Of the contestants received a prize, okay? Of the contestants received a prize. Can we use each? Can we use every? Can we use both? Okay. Most of you are correct. Well done, guys. I'm proud of you. The answer is each, okay? Because it's a plural noun, contestants, and we use of the contestants, and we cannot use every in this form, only each. Okay, next one. Guest brought a present. Can we use each? Can we use every? Can we use both of these? Is it possible to use each? Is it possible to use every? Which one? Okay, guys. Nice. It's possible to use both of these. We can use each and we can use every. Both of these are grammatically correct, okay? You will choose which one you want depending on if you want to place the emphasis on each individual guest or if you want to place the emphasis on the guests as a group collectively, okay? But both of these are possible to use. Okay, final one for each and every. They're open day except Sunday. What do we use in this example? What do you think? They're open day except Sunday. Okay, well done, guys. So, yeah, you can use both, okay? You can use each and you can use every. However, every is more commonly used in this example, okay? But it is possible to use each. However, you're more likely to hear every, and every sounds the most natural, okay? Okay, I lied. I have one more with each and every. Sorry, I lied to you guys. Okay, the last one. He was carrying a suitcase in hand. What do you think? Each, every? Can either of these be used? What do you think? He was carrying a suitcase in hand. So there's only one correct answer here, okay? It's not possible to use both. The answer is each, okay? Because we're talking about two objects, two things, two hands. I only have two hands, okay? So he was carrying a suitcase in each hand. Okay, let's move on to the final part of our quiz. We're going to talk about neither, either, and both. So I have some example sentences. Can you guys let me know if you're going to use neither, either, or both? The first one. He drinks alcohol nor smokes. What can we use here? Is it neither, either, or both? Only one correct answer here. Little tip for you guys. Yeah, well done, guys. Good job. Okay, the correct answer is neither, okay, because we're saying nor, neither nor. What a healthy man. He neither drinks alcohol nor smokes. Good for him. Right. Next one. Amy and Kate were absent from school. Amy and Kate were absent from school. Are we using neither? Are we using either? Are we using both? What do you think? Okay, well done, guys. You're doing so well. The answer is both, okay, because we're using and. We use both and, okay? The first and the second. Amy and Kate. Okay. Hope they didn't have coronavirus, right? Okay. Next one. Last one. Not last one, second last one. I'm lying to you guys again. Okay. Would you like tea or coffee? I don't mind. Is it neither, either, or both? Which one is correct here? Would you like tea or coffee? I don't mind. Personally, I don't really like coffee. I don't know about you guys. I only drink tea. Okay. The correct, we got mixed answers for this one. Most of you are right. It is either, okay? I'll have either. I don't mind. I'll have either coffee, either tea. Okay, I'll have either. Okay, the final one, and I promise it is the final one. I'm not lying now, okay? Are you at work or at home? I'm on holiday. Is it neither, either, or both? Are you at work or at home? I'm on holiday. Lucky person, they are on holiday. Where do you guys want to go on holiday to? Yes, well done, guys. Neither, okay? I'm neither at work nor at home because I am on holiday. Neither. Well done, guys. You did really, really well in that quiz. I'm very, very impressed. Okay, guys, we just got a few minutes left. So very quickly, if anybody has any questions they'd like me to answer about neither, either, both, all, each, every, about our distributives. If anybody is a little bit confused, if anybody has any questions about these, then you can type some questions in the comments now and I will have a little look if there is anything. If there's anything you are unsure of. I'm glad if you have no questions, then I'm sure that's a good thing. No questions is good. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you've learned a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. Remember, you can each hair or every hair. I think you can use both of these. You can use either of these, okay? Because you can use each or every, okay? It's not just two things, is it? If you talk about the strands of hair. If you're talking about hair as like, the problem with hair is uncountable, okay? You don't say one hair, two hairs. If you're just talking about, oh, hair is a funny one. If you're just talking about your hair, then it's like an uncountable noun. But if you're talking about like strands of hair or like, you know, small hairs, that's quite a difficult one, that. But yeah, I think you could say like each hair on her head or every hair on her head. But if you're just talking about hair on its own, I wouldn't use each or every. I wouldn't use either of these, okay? Okay, guys, is there anything else? If you've just tuned in now, remember, you can watch this again, okay? So don't worry if you don't understand what all means, what each and every means, what neither, either, both means. You can watch this again and from the beginning, and you can watch the whole thing. Emphasis means when you place more importance on something, okay? You want to emphasize something. You want to place more importance on that thing. More to give it more attention, okay? You want to exaggerate something. Okay, guys, I think that's it. So it was really nice to meet all of you today. Really nice to see you all in my first live. So thank you for joining me. It was nice that lots of you came and watched. And as a little treat for you guys, you can get up to 36% off Cambly, and you just need a little code, which I have here in gold. It is Go Live, okay? So if you want to get 36% off Cambly, you can use this code Go Live. If none of you have used Cambly before, then Cambly is a great interactive platform where you can talk to native English speakers from many different countries, and you don't have to travel. You can just do it at home. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer, on your tablet, or whatever device you have. And yeah, if you just want to practice your everyday English, your general conversation, it's great for that. If you want to improve for something specific, like job interviews, or if you're preparing for an exam, I've taught students who want to learn English for all of these different reasons and more. If you just want to meet some new people and talk in English at the same time, then there are so many teachers on Cambly who have lots of different experience, okay? They can help you with all of these things. And you can use that code to get money off. And if you already use Cambly, then That's great. I hope you enjoy it. I'm teaching on Cambly, so if you would like to schedule a lesson with me, my tutor name is Lizzie Jane. I'd love to meet some of you and new students as well. So use the code, sign up to Cambly. Okay, guys, thank you very much. It was lovely to see you all, and I hope to see you all again soon in another live, okay? Stay safe and keep practicing these all, each, every, neither, either, both, okay? Maybe a good exercise to do now at the end of this lesson is to make some sentences using all of these, okay? And you can leave these sentences in the comment section of this video once it is posted. That would be great. Okay, guys, goodbye. See you.